Still think about it.
Okay, we can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
Wanna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn through the night. When you're so salty, I'll still think about it.
We can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
Can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Okay.
Wanna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn through the night. When you're so salty,
You sure you can handle? Okay. We can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop.
Woo! Whoa! Who's that?
Oh,
Whoa,
It's
what's
fine.
that?
a minute
ago.
I think it was Adam.
Me?
Yeah, your mic was
we-
Yeah, it
is. I'm turning you off. Bye.
you're the reboot.
Something's messed up there.
Wow.
He was all like complaining. He's like, "Hey, is it scratchy for?" Sorry about that, everyone. Hi. That was not the introduction. Reconnect, Adam. Okay, he's reconnecting. Jeez.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
it was
hell that
fine
was.
3 minutes ago.
I know it was like we were talking to him like right before the live, and it was all like, nice way to blow. Sorry, totally didn't mean that. Sorry.
Right.
He did that on purpose. I just heard a car rev. Well, anyway. Hello,
Thanks.
it's Thursday. Oh, well,
Yeah.
look who joined anyway.
There he is.
Hey,
There he
dude,
is.
nice mug.
Hopefully you're feeling better. Adam's not here to flip us off.
Oh, yeah. Why are you flipping us?
Looking very patriotic, Pietro.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Any better? You're super quiet now.
Yell if it's like spikes really loud.
Weird.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. That was weird.
You gotta recalibrate, Adam.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good, but it's super quiet.
I think so.
Well, I can move the mic closer to me.
There you go.
Okay. I don't think it was the mic clipping. I think you just something went wrong. The
Oh
connection.
yeah, I have Windows 11. It's probably
That's your problem. There's your problem.
Can't hear Pietro.
Pietro? Nope. You're on. Nope. Got nothing. No.
He's got the official microphone there.
I know, right? Oh, hold on. Here we go.
he
Mouse
spent
picking
too
up.
much time putting in his hair plugs rather than
Dear
setting
Adam.
up his.
It says, "Dear Adam, this is the first time I see someone mow the lawn by pulling a seated lawnmower with a pickup truck. Is this your secret technique to get the best lawn over neighbors?"
Well, I will tell you right now that I do not have the best yard on the neighborhood or in the neighborhood. So, no,
Yeah, so-
that is not my secret.
Adam, explain how that happened. Did you were
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the drainage in my front yard is subpar, to say the least. So I was cutting the grass because it was supposed to rain.
Oh, there's
Somebody's got a lot of
background
background noise.
Josh, mute yourself.
Was it me?
Yeah.
There you go.
So the front yard drainage sucks, and no, Pietro, we still can't hear you. and my lawnmower sank. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. I have a big 6-wheel truck. I can pull it out, no problem at all. And then, I backed the truck up and it was fine. I got out, hooked up the lawnmower, it was fine. And then I put it in the 4-low and that happened.
Everything sank.
Well, and we got a couple of super chats. Your neighborhood most very special people. Is this why you call your grass the special Bermuda Texas style?
But Adam, the lawn looks like a swamp. So were you just trying to mow through a swamp?
No, Pietro.
No. So the outside of the yard is completely firm. It's the very center of the yard that was.
Oh, yep. Say something again.
And I was
That's like shit.
That works.
I was
Okay,
trying
all
to
right.
cut as much of it as I could, and I
Okay.
just went a little too far over.
Right, I got you.
I should have stopped while I was ahead.
So the lawnmower is okay though, right?
Yes, the lawnmower is fine. The truck is fine. When I took the truck out on the road to drive it to fling the mud off after he pulled me out, dude, I was launching mud like
I
70 feet in the air and then like forward too. I was like, oh man, people are gonna be mad.
Definitely a forced jump watching Adam mow the lawn.
Is there like a twin blade low spot where the mower sunk into the grass and it cut super low?
No, because it's so muddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was practically floating there.
Oh man, I have to say when you
Yeah, I'm
when
an
you-
idiot. I didn't hit unmute.
Oh, that does it. Yeah, good job.
Hey
Pietro.
man, at least you didn't get your truck stuck in your front yard this week.
Well, you just need like 2 brain cells to be able to not do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they can't be fighting though. If you got 2 and they're
There you
fighting,
go.
they're preoccupied.
I think he's got like 3 in that one Jerry curl in the front of his head right there.
Hey, at least I have hair.
Oh, here we go.
What's this?
It's
What?
that spray on hair that people have.
Get the
hair from a
fuck
can.
If they had shit that good, I'd buy stock.
That's true. I have to say, I don't even know how did that become a thing. I don't even remember whatever. Anyway,
It was probably
Me.
Cheryl.
I'm an idiot.
Actually. She
Yeah,
likes
yeah.
to
No, it's
talk
me.
a
I
lot.
said my hair looks like.
She likes to talk. Cheryl likes to talk a lot of trash in there. So I think it was her that started it.
probably.
No. I said my hair looks like pubes tonight, and then she jumped right on it and said I look like Kramer. or no, not Kramer. Someone from Seinfeld.
George Costanza.
Yeah, George.
Oh
Costanza.
man.
Mo Forrest Mo. I love it. Oh my god.
Oh, man,
wait,
this
hold
is my
on.
life now.
Here we go. There's a Gardo STS for sale in Utah that Strad was looking at to possibly buy. Maybe swoop it in and buy it from under him. I actually saw that car, and it looks pretty incredible, but it's too expensive. It was overpriced a bit, but yeah, it looked amazing. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a pretty badass car. But hey, speaking of car stuff, we got another car for the dealership today. It arrived today. We didn't think it would come in. We bought it. What was that? Wednesday? Yeah. No. Was it Wednesday? No, it was Tuesday. Tuesday. We bought it Tuesday. It was funny because we had Fred, which hopefully he shows up. Fred went out to the car, checked out in person because it was in California, and then he went back out to go give the paperwork and whatever, and then pick up the car and take it to his company where we had a truck that was going to come pick it up. And Fred's at the car, and the truck driver's like, "Hey, I'm at the pickup spot," and we're like, "Dude, we haven't even bought it yet." so we're like, "Oh crap!"
That explains how you got it so fast.
Right. So the dude picked it up. I mean, the second Fred got back to his warehouse, it was picked up on the trailer, and it got here today. We were like, "Holy crap!" It only took 2 days to get from California. That's
He
a record.
drove nonstop. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was crazy. So
They were saying it was originally a chance it was going to be here tonight, and we had tossed around the idea of doing the live from the Howard so that if it showed up during the live, we could
That'd be fun.
show it on
getting
camera.
unloaded.
But then they texted us this morning at or they texted Josh at 10:15, and then
We had it
was there
before
at 11.
noon. It came in before noon.
Yeah.
Uh, Yes, I was totally. Hoovie gave us a shout out, and that's awesome. Thank you, Hoovie.
Yeah, it was nice
That's
of him. Yeah.
super cool. Wasn't unsolicited. He just did it, so that was cool. That 458, as someone else is pointing out, it's a disaster. I watched the video of that, and I was like, oh my god, it's in bad shape.
So let that be known if you want to buy a rental vehicle from a certain someone up in New York or New Jersey, wherever.
So funny thing about that car, I apparently know the guy who used to own the car. I don't know if it was the guy that sold it to Hoovie or the guy before that or before that. I don't know. Some point. Anyway, this guy Josh, not that Josh, another Josh.
There's too many Joshes.
I know, right? We need to stop having friends who are Josh. But anyway, he owned the car. I think he did a lot of the cleanup work on it. In fact, I remember texting with him like 2+ years ago when he got that car. So I have text message conversations with him from years ago when he got that car. And anyway, so then Hoovie got it, and it was funny because like he's texting me. He's like, "Did you see Hoovie bought my old car?" Like, holy crap, that's the anyway. It's funny. Apparently,
All right, I'm back.
oh hey Josh,
Party at Josh's house.
the other Josh. Apparently, that 458 may have been a rental car owned by Rob Freddy. So I don't know. I don't want to spread rumors because I don't have any proof of that, but that's what I've heard. So
It was definitely in a front end collision
oh yeah,
or a
But
ditch.
But it not only front end, the whole chassis must have rubbed the ground. I mean, did you see the scuff marks on it?
Yeah.
What's up with
And it tore the
brakes?
entire underpanel. The entire underpanel got ripped off. Like you'd still see the bolts were still there with chunks of it in place. It was funny because I'm sitting there watching them like go over this car, and I'm like, oh my god, like you don't want that car. you don't want that car. Oh man.
I wouldn't want non-Ferrari brakes. I wonder how those
Oh, I
would
know.
run compared to.
Well, if they had bought Brembo's Ferrari brakes are Brembo's.
They're the OE supplier.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have cared. Oh, sorry, Ben, didn't see you.
Hello. Hey, Jacko. Hey, Ben.
Yeah. Hey, Jacko. Hey, Ben.
Yeah. Oh, Jocko's there.
It ended up on Adam's lawn pulling a mower.
That's how the Ferrari got damaged. It went into Adam's
Yeah.
swamp lawn.
Is
So I
Jacko
sent a
going
text to Rob Freddy. That'd be funny if Rob Freddy, like, God bless the internet and all of its power, right? Like, Hoovie shows up last week. Who knows? Maybe we can get Rob Freddy to show up this week. That'd be funny.
That would be cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, we got the hippo character
Nice.
clapping to the ground as a chair breaks with the
Go ahead,
word
Ben.
wrecked.
Reenact that, Ben.
Yeah, go for it, Ben.
Wasted.
Yeah.
No, this one's wrecked. Oh yeah, no, I mean that's the reality of any rental car. So this is okay, and actually, I kind of want to say like Hoovie was on this live stream last week at like the last 10, 15
Towards the
minutes.
end. Yeah.
Towards the end.
Yeah.
Here's why I won't buy a salvage car that's been fixed, because the only way to make money on the salvage car, it was salvage.
Oh, okay.
The only way to make money on a salvage car is to cut corners.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no other way to make money on these cars, especially in supercars, because the parts cost too much. So all these people that are like, oh, I'm going to get this great deal. I bought a salvage car.
Like I said, out of the thousands of cars I totaled when I was in the insurance business, only 2 of them made sense for the person to keep the car after it was totaled.
Sure.
One was a farmer, right?
One was a farmer where he was going to drive it on his farm and it was a rear bumper, and the other one was, that guy makes me angry because he had a DUI and he made like 15 grand off of his DUI.
Damn.
Pissed me off.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So that's happening.
I just don't want to deal with that. I feel like you get what you pay for, really. Like in the Ferrari world, as Josh, the other Josh, likes to say, doesn't matter. Like if you're buying a F430, for example, and the current market value for a good F430 is $130,000, and you find one that's $90,000, as for example, the one we had and sold, it's still going to cost $130,000. Like it doesn't matter. They all cost the same.
Yep.
You just either pay for it up front or on the back end.
Right. Now the difference is, of course, if you know how to work on the cars, you can save the labor, and you can pocket that difference, which is what we're doing with the F430 Spider that Daniel bought from us. We're going to do the labor. He's going to get that realization in value.
Mhm.
But if you're going to take it to a dealership or a shop and get it fixed, you're going to pay the same.
Yep.
Yeah, $99,998 with 88. I think it was about 88,000 miles. So, and it was salvage. So
I think there's still a lot of people that would buy that car for $100,000 and just drive it.
yeah, I mean,
Probably,
if
yeah.
you're going to do that, sure. Adam needs a Lambo tractor.
Hey, they make Porsche tractors too. That's what you need. The Porsche
Yeah.
tractor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Mitch, did they add safety speed vans back? They were gone for New Mexico for a long time.
What's a speed van?
What's a speed?
They're-
van?
They're the camera, like they're like Ford Explorers with cameras in them with radar, and as you speed past them, they take your picture just and send you a ticket. Yeah, it's
That's
complete bullshit.
no
Bullshit,
way.
dude.
That's a load of
Complete
crap.
bullshit. I thought they got rid of them like 10 years ago. I didn't know they were back. So we would have told you, Mitch. I literally just moved from there.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
Do you think Hoovie's 458 engine will be solid for a while? How many miles do you think? Oh yeah, dude. There's 458s that have like 150,000 miles that haven't been cracked open.
As long as it was taken care of.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those engines are basically bulletproof. They don't break unless you do something stupid.
Abuse it.
Yeah. No.
And don't
people-
take care of it after you abuse it.
Yeah, you look at some of the rental companies have had those cars for well over 100,000 miles. They might go through a transmission, but the engine is going to be fine.
Have you heard any updates from your old 458? With the new
Mine?
one? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad because it actually had an issue that was probably my fault.
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, I feel
What'd
bad.
you do?
I feel totally bad. So like when I had to do the valve cover gasket again,
Yeah.
apparently I either didn't torque down the high pressure fuel pump correctly or I used the wrong bolts. I'm not sure which. I probably used the wrong bolts because there was like 50 bolts and I probably just grabbed the wrong ones. They were the wrong length. So the high pressure fuel pump managed to get loose. And when it came loose, it bent the shaft on the high pressure fuel pump.
Holy cow.
Oh,
And-
no.
and so it was leaking. So like because he was all like driving it, having fun. And all of a sudden he contacts me. He's like, "Hey, it's leaking oil again." I'm like, "Oh shit, what went wrong?" And so he took it to Ferrari, and they're like, "Oh, this car's got $10,000 in damage." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "What?" Like what the hell? But basically, it was not like that was like $10,000 to make it up to like Ferrari standards because oh, this bolt's wrong. Oh, this other thing, like they nitpicked it, right? The actual fuel pump was only like $1,000 or something. So,
Wow.
but still, I feel bad because that was my fault.
You should feel bad.
Yeah.
Hey, it should happen, right?
Sold as is.
As
Yeah.
is, when
I mean,
is, how
I
is.
tried my best. I like
This car.
I had to do a valve cover gasket in 3 hours.
Yeah.
He was trying to get it. He was trying to get it fast. We were trying to make it happen fast.
They still got a damn good deal on that car. So
Oh, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think he feels bad about it. Like he's not mad. I mean, we just, I feel bad. I feel bad because I don't want to sell cars that have issues. But then again, stuff's going to happen. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just how it is,
Yep.
So, yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's a good question. When do you think the used car market will tank? Any car don't want to compete.
I don't think it will ever tank.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's, going to
It's
tank.
gonna be a year or two before things get
At
back to
least.
normal.
It will correct, but it's not going to go back down to what
Yeah.
it was.
I don't think it's ever going to actually go down much at all. It might just plateau out and just stay flat.
I think, and especially the supercar market.
Yep.
I think the supercar. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, I'm waiting for Pietro's." Like, I'm waiting for 458s to come back down in price.
Yeah.
Like,
They're not coming down.
It ain't gonna happen.
They're not coming down.
Me too.
It's not gonna happen.
They seem to be hitting a wall. Like they're not going up anymore. But
Well, I mean, realistically, I'd want to pay like, I think realistically, 175 is a
You're
good
not
number.
gonna get one.
Ever.
You can
But
get
no,
a high
yeah,
model
but you
rough
coulda
one
got
for
one-
175.
Yeah.
You could have got one like a year and a half ago. Now you
Yes.
can't. Now you
You
can't.
can't. No.
I mean, I
touch
saw
it.
them. I saw them for 150 grand. Pretty nice ones for 150 grand a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I
Dan,
paid.
They
Dan
don't exist
stole his.
anymore.
I got
Yeah.
mine at the bottom of the market unintentionally.
Wasn't yours like 157?
I mean, that's why I mean,
157 with
Yeah.
what 16,000 miles, all because it
Insane.
had
The
a
wing.
few
Swing.
small things. The wing, the track history, whatever, blah blah. So
well, that's the thing. I mean, I bought my Cali from a Ferrari dealership. I paid 84.5 for it, and then
Oh,
I
you
sold
bought
it a year and a
a
half.
year
Well, a year and a half.
yeah, that's
then
how much
here
the
we
market
are.
changed.
Yeah, and then here we are. That car is going for 130, which is ridiculous. Yeah, Mitch is right. The 488s are becoming a better value. I mean, it's not naturally aspirated, but
That's the thing. I think, in particular, the 458s are not going down.
I think it's the
I don't
last
think,
breed.
and even the 430s. I don't think the 430s are just going to keep going up.
Yeah.
They're-
Not
can we make a
going down.
plug for 430s? If anyone has a 430 they want to sell, that's not asking like.
plug
Oh yeah,
your
we
AirPlugs?
need some more 430s. People are dying for them.
Yeah, I want a 430, me personally. So if anyone wants to sell their 430 and they haven't like done dirty shit to it, let me know and I'll buy it.
I know a guy.
Define dirty shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
gonna say,
anything
I mean-
that involves TNA in the car, as long as
Oh.
it's clean, I'm good.
Yeah, that's easy. Chemicals
If,
clean
if
that.
it passes the black light test, are you all right with it?
Yeah, if it passes the black light test, okay. I want like a Four Seasons clean. I don't want like Motel 6 clean. Okay, just
That's
make
fair.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. I know Chris's car. He'll sell it to you for the right price.
Shit, I would say
Everybody
mine-
has the right price.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Chris, let's chat. Share your info with Dan. Dan will share it with me.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, man, we're gonna
hey,
sell another car to another friend, and YouTube's gonna get
I
angry
know,
with us.
right?
No, you know what? Okay, Dan. Okay, now he brought it up, so I'm gonna talk about this. This is the most ridiculous shit. Okay, so for everyone out there, if you know someone who's a fucking plumber, okay, and you're like, oh shit, my faucet broke, can you come fix my faucet? But don't charge me. You're gonna charge some schmo down the street. They'll probably do that because they're friends with you. Same thing. If you know someone and friends with them who happens to buy and sell cars, then obviously you're really good friends with them. So you're going to want them to kind of help you out as opposed to some Joe Schmo where they would pay, retail, whatever the price may be. So all these people who say stuff, don't act like you wouldn't do the same thing because you would. So let's call a spade here. Fucking bullshit.
Thank you, Pietro.
thanks, Pedro.
So everyone
No.
can suck on it.
Well, and here's the only thing I have to say about that people are giving us crap about that. I'm like, they all paid reasonable prices. Like,
Yeah.
I am Rachel. Sorry.
yeah, we may have hooked them up a little bit because they're our friends, but like,
So
They
what?
don't-
We can do that. We're able
Yeah.
to do that, and we can.
right?
So
Like, guess
if
what?
they don't
That's a
like- if
fringe
people don't
benefit.
like it. Too bad. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a fringe benefit of being our friend.
If
You know?
are you a plumber, Charlie? Would you lay pipe horizontally for free?
Adam wants pipe laid immediately.
Yeah. Trade for mustache rides.
Well,
He doesn't want that flexible PVC shit. He wants the steel pipe.
No pecs. No
Right.
pecs. He wants copper. No pecs.
You went straight heavy lead.
Oh no.
Lead pipe.
Lead
Well,
pipe.
But I was there for
Dri-
one of those deals, and you even mentioned like I have to make this much money in this car. Like it's not like you gave the car away for free. So
no, we
But
said, like,
YouTube doesn't want to know those facts.
Yeah.
no, they don't care. They just want to give us crap. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you know,
Wants to hate.
it's it's funny.
yeah, you have a business to run. You're not. You might do a deal, but you're not giving shit away.
Hey,
Hold on.
I like
Hold on.
that idea. I love that
I
idea.
I would
am
do that.
I am not. I just want to
Yes.
go on record. I am not opposed to this whatsoever.
I would
think we have-
100% do that.
Old
It
school
has to
style.
be. It
right?
has to. It has to be in Adam's front yard though. Where
Yes.
he
And
gets
Adam
the
has to
mud
wear
pit.
booby tassels. He has to wear booby tassels.
Yes.
I will do almost anything for the internet.
I've got film lights. We can light it up.
Let's do it. Let's
It's
do
dark
it.
outside, so.
Dude, we can do
it
pay per view.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Can we sell seats like in Adam's?
Yeah.
front yard? Yeah.
I think we're onto something
Probably
here.
so.
We can make a little bit of money.
Oh my god.
All right. So I have two things
So
to bring up. One,
it's funny. Hold on, real quick.
Right.
I have a friend who watches us most weeks or some weeks, and today he asked me what was on the agenda for the live stream tonight, and I laughed at him because he thought we had an agenda. Matt, if you were watching, if we had an agenda, would it ever go to anything like this mud wrestling or anything else?
No.
So I just wanted to let you
Okay.
know.
That's the whole point of the live stream, is just to be a bunch of random shit. It's literally Thursday night. We're having a few drinks, and it's a bunch of friends hanging out and talking shit against each other.
Yeah.
That's
We
like the
should
plan.
put it on
That-
OnlyFans. We should put it on OnlyFans. Tom made a good point.
Only plans?
I actually
OnlyFans.
So I do have a theory of something I want to test, which is I think I want to try a second live stream for members only. So in like, because it would be a very small group. It'd only be, I'm guessing like 15, 20 people. And it would really allow us to answer like legitimate questions and whatever. But I don't know.
Get into the nitty gritty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Details that you can't spill on open YouTube.
Yeah. Stuff that
Until somebody records it and then
Yeah.
posts it on YouTube anyway.
well, then we'll ban them as a member. We'll get,
What if it's some shiesty stuff, like really shiesty? You know?
I don't
My
know.
whose life is shiesty.
Are we really doing that much shiesty stuff that we're
You're
not?
friends with Adam, enough said.
Oh, okay. That's valid. That's valid. Oh, hey, John's already bought a ticket to the mud wrestling.
Nice.
That's for the
Dan
cheap
will
seats. $199. Ooh.
Yeah,
Josh and
yeah.
Ben
cheap
will hand out
seats.
Jello shots at the.
Oh.
He'll hand out
Ooh,
I
Jello
got-
shots at the live event.
Yep,
I'm in.
I'm on it.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I like this.
Hey,
Flash it,
somebody
flash it
mentioned
right up.
somebody mentioned F1 in Vegas. Did you?
Oh gosh!
That was
I just
Adam.
killed
that?
Adam. Adam, your mic died again.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
the
Knew
hell
it.
was that? I just killed it.
Good lord, that
Oh.
was loud as shit.
Good response times. Good reaction.
Okay. Oh, hey. So I actually got a text message. The guy who bought my 458 is watching this, and he sent me a
Nice.
text right now.
Oh, nice.
In the flange on the fuel pump bent. So he actually sent a picture. There it is.
Oh wow.
Oh, shit.
That little thing
Does
was
that even happen?
$1,000.
So, and he said it was $2,500.
Fuck.
I wonder if
Jesus.
if because I put my phone close to my microphone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wonder if that was it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he
all of a
said, just so you know, he said $2,500 fuel pump, and I'm not mad at all. I love it. The flange was bent, allowing oil to come out.
That makes sense.
See, it makes me feel a little better. I still
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
bad. I still feel bad, but I mean,
I'll buy that 458 for you for 150 grand.
hell,
Don't do it.
hell, you buy it from him for 200.
Yeah.
200,
buy it.
man.
Make him a little bit of money.
Yeah.
I would buy it back for 200 because I could sell it for 220.
Dan, will you shut up?
Cock blocking over there.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh,
What the hell, man?
so I had two things I want to bring up. One, if any of you are a CNC victim, I'm going to be making a video about this. It's going to come out Saturday. But if you're a CNC victim and you have not already contacted the California Motor Recovery Fund thing, you need to do it immediately. It's very important. They have a 1 year, you have
Statute
1 year
of limitations.
1 year statute of limitations, and that's May 13th. So that's really important. Like I just found out about that today.
Wow.
So I'm gonna do a video about that because like a bunch of people are gonna get screwed because
Well,
they haven't filed.
they're
yet.
going to get screwed either way.
They already got screwed, but they're gonna be screwed worse than they could be. So yep, F1 is coming to Las Vegas.
Crazy.
and,
Yeah.
I don't want to see you guys half naked or anything. Two guys are the half.
You really
drunk.
do, though.
Well, I
Yes,
mean,
you do.
kind of. You kind of do.
Jocko asked about some Ferrari meetup April 9th. Is there a Ferrari
Yes,
meetup?
that's at Mozart's.
Oh, nice.
But, um,
How's getting into that parking lot?
No, it's not. You got it. Well, you got to take it pretty.
But there's
gotta
people that watch you. You know, they're pretty good about guiding you in at an angle. And
I definitely.
Not if
I
you get there on the water.
Yeah, we might be taking the boat.
Oh, there you go.
Oh hell yeah!
The hope is we sent off the interior of the boat to get done. We said, please, for the love of God, try and get it done by April 9th, and they're trying. So if they get the interior done by April 9th, we're gonna take the boat.
Nice.
But, yeah, it'll be freaking sweet. Anyway, the second thing I want to do is, since we have a limited audience, I was going to show you. This is what we got today.
yeah,
Way to rub it in my face, jerk.
Pietro, you
Yeah.
need to pony up. Pony up, buddy.
Yeah.
Dude.
What year is it?
Oh,
No,
five.
honestly, I would,
So
but I don't want
first
to
year
take money
car,
out of
so
your guys' pocket.
Optional carbon ceramics, Daytona
It's a
Saints.
nice. It's a nice
Give us
car.
that spec, man. Give us that spec.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's
Is
got
it
the carbon.
Rosso Scuderia?
No, it's Rosso Corsa,
Oh yeah, it looks
But-
orange in this picture. Yeah.
but it's got Kuyo seats. It's got a
Ah.
Kuyo interior.
Okay.
What is that? Is that a color?
Is
It's a
Meg
little-
doing a video responding to
It's
me?
like
and
that
you
darker-
comments soon?
That's actually a good idea.
That's not
Meg
a bad
would-
idea.
oh, that'd be
Yes.
hilarious.
I'm putting that on the list.
So, if you didn't know, Jay is the one fixing the interior of the boat. Sorry, Jay. We're putting the pressure on you.
Then I found sick Ferrari carbon seats for Dan to put in the boat. He said no. It's on him.
Oh,
Because I don't want to put more money in the boat.
yeah, that boat needs to be gone, and we need a bigger one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need a bigger boat. I want a twin engine.
There you go. Can
look,
you just put like
this is-
desk chair mounts on the seats, Pietro? That'd be more cool.
I mean,
That will actually be.
this
I
one goes
looked into
like
that. They're expensive.
65. I think maybe if you got the right prop, it could go to like 70. I want a boat that
That's
goes
way
like
too
90.
fast.
90s. That's
You
Jeez,
can't do
don't
90
play
in that
Galveston.
over
Oh,
there.
I
This
want to go
boat-
90.
this boat is not a true V, and we did like 68 or something on the lake,
Uh-huh.
and it was pretty smooth. I mean, you hit some big wake, and it really
It gets airborne.
Yeah,
yeah.
bring that puppy to
It's
golf.
I'm sure you've seen that video where it has the people riding in the boat and it
Oh,
hits
yeah.
waves and
You
then
go fly up the side.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
And one
The
lady
lady-
like lost
The
her
lady
keys.
wakes up like, "What just happened?" Yeah.
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 It's too funny.
Tyler, have you been out on the boat yet?
no, Steve and I went to Ven's house Saturday and helped Dan remove the last pieces of stuff out of the boat.
Damn, I didn't even know you guys were in and out. I heard a Jag show or
Yeah.
or something show up, but I was busy with my kid. Man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was revving to see if he'd come out. That's why.
That was you. Okay. Like I heard it. It sounded like a Jag, F5R, or Aston. So yeah, I
Yep.
was
What,
like, okay.
someone just shows up at your house and you don't question it?
Yeah.
Dude, people show up all the time. That's the crazy part. Like they know I live here, and if the gate's open, they just show up. You know?
I would.
Yeah.
I do anyway. I know the code. I mean, I don't even need the gate to be open. I'm just like,
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
hi, Ben.
Yeah, and your garage is very wonderful, by the
Oh,
way.
you've been in there too. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank
Dan-
you. Yes.
Dan let us in. Well, we were putting tools away, but
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a mess in there right now. Sometimes it's clean and it looks awesome.
What's
it's
the
still
word
look
on the
awesome.
BMW 1M? Not M1. It's a 1M to be sure. We're gonna have a chance to review it. Yeah. So it's Art bought it, and it's currently being driven home from Pennsylvania down to Texas.
Badass.
So they
go
just
drive
picked
it
up-
back.
They're driving it back. They picked
Oh,
up
being
today.
driven through a rainbow, right?
Yeah, you saw. If you go check out our Facebook page, we had a picture of it that was sent while I was being driven home, and it's actually pretty good shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that deal happened today. So that car went basically, it was in and out. It was a trade in. We got it, and it's gone. But yeah, so that, as it stands right now, we have the F430 in stock. It's the only car we have at the moment. We just got it today. It's for sale as of today. So any of you that happen to want it, the
That
plan is
picture's
we're gonna
real?
take, huh?
That picture is real?
Yeah,
With the double rainbow?
I know it doesn't look real.
yes,
That's
that's a real
incredible.
picture. Yeah. Like what an amazing picture. Yeah.
Wow, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That just blew
No.
my
It was like when I saw that picture, I was like, oh my god. It's like, jeez.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, dude, unicorns were farting rainbows. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna if we get a good enough offer for the 430, we're gonna sell it. Otherwise, we're gonna convert it and then sell it. What do you think?
Pietro, make that offer now. That's a great car.
350.
Mm,
You won't find a nicer one.
that was the thing. This
Really
one
not.
is
Like this thing
That's
is
pretty
it's
close
nice.
to my spec, except mine has carbon seats, and that's the only difference. Plus the color.
this one.
Yours has carbon
is-
seats.
Yeah,
1 year
Ben,
only.
you got,
Oh, I love
you got those
carbon
gold
seats.
wheels. Are those magnesium wheels?
Which one?
it's the factory wheels.
Oh yeah.
Yours, Ben.
Oh, mine are custom FinSpeed wheels. My factory
Oh.
wheels look exactly like the ones on Dan's car. Not Dan's car, the NG Supercars' car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's What's Chris's spec?
I don't know. Chris, send me a picture of it. I'll post it.
Header? How the headers look?
Corsmo. Chris Corsmo.
Did they do the headers on that one you bought?
What?
No, I don't know.
I don't
They're
think
not
so,
done.
but it actually sounds pretty good.
So you'll be doing the headers shortly if you buy that car, Pietro, because
Yeah.
they all break.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm budging on doing headers.
Oh, hey Dan, how nervous are you working on these supercars? I haven't worked on my own cars. I get a little
That's how Dan
nervous
built
doing
his
new
brand.
stuff. I'm nervous watching you work on these high-end cars. I mean, you know, if we
Right?
here's the thing: if we screw up, it's just money.
Well, these cars are just like any other car. They have all of the same stuff. There's nothing special about them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
that is
Ferraris
why-
are actually some of the Ferraris are the mid-engine Ferraris are easier to work on than BMWs.
I would rather
Oh,
work on.
absolutely.
I would so much rather work on a Ferrari F430 than
Yeah.
any modern BMW,
Absolutely.
Honda,
Absolutely.
100%.
because there's
I mean,
so much space.
That's why your channel exists in large part, right? To kind
Yeah,
of
that's,
demystify
well,
that.
that's how I got started doing this stuff because it was like, oh, this is really actually pretty easy, and the service manual is actually really good.
Mhm.
starting with about the 360 430. Prior to that, they're kind of
Yeah.
But here you go. I know Dan hates tire kickers, but I'm just curious, what's the most ridiculous offers you guys have received? I'm trying to obviously there's joke offers people send us online all the
350,
time. You're like, I'll give you 350 and stuff like yeah. But I'm trying. I think we got some pretty low balls on the Super G.
It's not so
I
much
think
the
someone
offers
offered
for
someone
people-
offered 120,000 for that car, and I was like, come on,
No,
let's be
you
getting real.
know what's the worst one? The worst offer we got was someone offered 40,000 for the Spider, for the 430
Yeah.
Spider.
My God.
40,000.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that email.
The one
I was
Daniel bought?
Yeah, because I was just like, get real, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you're not even.
Yeah,
in the
it was
same
40,000 in a handy. Okay, come on,
planet. Well,
40,000 down.
That's a hell of a handy.
dude. If you want the BJ, it's 35,000 in the BJ.
This is getting X-rated real quick.
I know, right? Jeez, oh, Pete.
Dude, when the next time you get an offer like that, you seriously have to say, okay, let's do it and give them an address and have them go there and be it should be like a bank, right? This is like a thing that people do. You send them to a bank, and when they say, hey, this is a bank, where the hell are you? You say, yeah, you cheap bastard, go inside and get the other 50,000 you owe me.
There was, I don't know if it was a joke, like somebody telling a joke, or if it actually happened, but on Reddit, somebody made a post where somebody super low ball them, and they did that. They said, okay, let's meet
I
at
read that.
blah, blah, blah. And it was actually a comedy club. And the dude got there and he texted them. And the guy was like, he's like, oh, it's a comedy club. He's like, yeah, why don't you go in there and tell your stupid jokes to them?
Here's the funny thing, though. Like, I get that, a lot of times people try these low balls and whatever, but it's like, we're not dumbasses. We're not, you gotta understand, the position we're in, we have no reason to offload a car at a massive loss.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and let's be real for
You
a second. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you can't blame them for trying because,
No, but
I can blame them.
but having said that, they should know better.
right,
Because they know who we are, right?
well, most of the cars, we're trying to list cars reasonably close to what we actually need.
There's a guy who's on Ed Bullion's channel a lot, and Ed Bullion himself. That's their strategy to buying cars cheap is just go put out lowball offers on everything they see, just every single car, and one out of
I mean, that's what
500 might bite.
That's
Yeah.
what we did on the 430, the Spider. It was like we're just
But
gonna
that
throw
was-
them a
that
low
was
offer,
a-
and
But that was a weird scenario. That was a weird scenario.
they're all weird. They're all gonna be
And
weird though.
that's the thing, right? That scenario allowed itself to have a low ball because of the weird circumstances. Like
Right.
in any normal situation, no one on earth would ever sell that car for that much. It was just so many, like there was like literally like 10 things stacked up against
Yeah.
the guy trying to sell that car.
Right.
So-
It's not even-
430. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not even that we're asking what we need out of them. It's we're asking what the fair market value is.
Right.
We're not trying
Yeah.
to rip people
about-
off.
How
Right.
how difficult it is for you guys to buy cars? Like when you
What's
guys
that?
are buying.
How
What about
difficult?
Yeah, you guys like for the 430.
Oh, I mean, so it's good and bad, right? Because of the attention we're getting, we get a lot of people now are saying, "Hey, buy my car," and we're legitimately talking to these people. So, I mean, pretty much every day now, someone says, "Hey, buy my car," every single
And
day.
a majority of them want full retail value
And
for
they-
them.
and that's
we're
what
just like,
happens.
Sorry, we can't do that.
So,
Yeah,
for every 20 cars that we get emails about, one of them we're actually like legitimately interested in.
Yeah.
Because the other 19 of them want too much money. Because we're running a business here. We're not trying to we're not doing you any favors by like paying full retail. We're like
Right.
that's not gonna we're not gonna be able to survive that way. We can't do that.
But you could take
like,
it off
if
their hands quicker. Is that?
But that's the thing. We can
Well,
buy
they're
that
paying
car.
for they're paying for convenience. They're
Right.
paying so they
We
don't
will-
have to deal with it, and we
We
do.
will send you
Yeah.
send you a wire
Yeah.
the day we have a deal and you're done. You just go, I'm done.
And
Car's
these
gone.
people need to think of it like when you're trading in a vehicle because you're buying a new
Exactly.
one. That's what you're doing with us. You're just not necessarily buying a new vehicle from us.
Right. Yeah. So, hold on. What should we be slinging? 90%, 5%? Serious question. I mean, so to give you an idea, our internal goal is to make approximately 10% per car because less than that, it's too much risk, right? Because if we target 10%, we're probably only going to make 5%.
Yeah.
That's the reality, right? So that's what we target. So that doesn't. Why does that bother you? Sorry, it doesn't matter. No, because that's a reality, right? Like that's probably about what we're targeting. So it's 69%.
All the silence. Awkward
I know,
silence.
right? Stop
Come on.
sending stupid messages. I hate that.
Stop saying stupid
9%
shit
on
online.
everything.
No, that is not stupid. This channel has always been about being extremely transparent and honest, and I have no fucking problems being transparent and honest with approximately what we make. I'm not going to tell you details about how much money we make on each car because it's not any of your business. But I'll tell you that's how we're trying to run the business so that we can actually make a living.
And to answer Jonathan's question, I don't think it is the same as like not using a realtor to sell your house, because you still have to. There's still legal issues and lawyers involved, and title companies, things like that. Whereas, as Dan is, well, NG Supercars, I should say, the three of them are trying to buy something low and sell it for a profit. There's a difference,
Right. And it's not even that we're trying to buy it low, it's we're trying to buy it for
Yeah,
More than
a
retail.
bit, right, a
Yeah.
reasonable price that we
Reasonable.
can get it back up to retail and sell it at retail.
yeah. And I'm saying low because if it needs work, you're okay doing the work too. Like
Right. And
Not
And we're going to be
shying
totally
away from
upfront with anything any of these cars needs that
Doggy.
that is not done.
yeah, we want to be
It's Axel.
And
Doggy.
honestly, it's like we don't need to necessarily make top dollar on all these cars because we have such low overhead. So
Yeah.
it's just we like that's the cool thing, right? Like, for example, the 430 Spider we sold at $90,000 is way below what anyone else selling cars would have sold it for by a decent amount. And the only reason, like, there's two reasons we could do that. One, because we were like, hey, we got enough margin on the car. We're content. And the second one is that, we were hooking up a friend and we get content out of it. So it's like a double win for us, right? So,
Can I get that double ram win, please?
right. So you offer 10% below retail or 10% plus repairs and over. No, like we have to be able to make about 10% approximately, and it's like give or take.
It's the car business is a guessing game, and you have to be really good at it because somebody comes to us and says, "Hey, I have this car and I want $100,000 for it." We have to go and see what's on the market, see what the demand is, see what's out there, and say, "Okay, I think if we, buy it for this amount, I think maybe we could get this amount." And you have to leave a little room for error in there, and then hopefully
I'm
the
about to
numbers work
disable
out.
that private chat. Y'all need to stop on the fucking private chat.
Yeah, the truth is, like, for anybody who wants to sell your car to Dan, I sold my car to Dan, and we worked out a deal that I was super happy with, and he was super happy with because he was going to make money on the deal, and I was okay with that because that's what this business is about. And so, things worked out the way they worked out, and everyone ended up making out better than we expected. But for people who are reluctant or don't know, it was completely, and we're friends, but it was completely like, even if I wasn't friends with him, I know he would have treated me the same way. So there shouldn't be any doubt in that aspect.
We're not out to screw anyone. We're not like, here's the thing. We've had a long, like the channel has a long history of trying to be transparent and honest, and I can't risk that. So I can't go out there and try and screw people. I can't, like, if we get a bad reputation selling bad cars or selling them overpriced or any of that dumb stuff, it will ruin it. It'll ruin all of that goodwill we've tried to build up. So it's extremely important for us to be really honest, transparent, and fair on our pricing. So like, I don't need top dollar. I don't want top dollar. I'm not going to buy the car. Like you see these, so many, like when you're looking at cars, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You're looking through Auto Trader or cars.com or whatever. You go start looking through them, and also you see like this outlier that's like 20% more than everything else. And you're like, what the hell is this car, right? It's some dealership just trolling. They're just trolling for some dumbass to pay for that car. We don't have to do that. We can offer cars at a reasonable price because of our situation. We don't have to make crazy amounts of money. We don't have to make crazy overhead. We don't have a huge building with 150 cars that we need to sell 30 of them a month. Like we're literally selling 1 or 2 cars at a time.
Well, a lot of times too, when you see these supercars for sale that are like way overpriced, it's because someone at that dealership made a huge mistake when they bought it or took it on trade or whatever. They're just buried in it and they're trying to get out of it. So they put a high price on it, hoping someone will come in and offer them a little less and they can get rid of it.
Yeah, and this is why we don't have crazy inventory, because we're very selective. Like we're trying to find cars we can either like the 430 Spider that we got. We were like, oh, this is great because we can fix it up and clean it up, and that was the plan. Or the 430 that we just got today, it was like, oh, this thing needs nothing. And actually, believe it or not, we took a little bit of a risk because we're like, oh, if it needs a little bit of work, the margin's going to be tighter on this car. But it came in better condition than expected. Like that was the rare car where the guy selling it.
That doesn't happen very often.
No, like this one came in, we were like, oh my gosh, he underplayed this car.
This is the bench. When people say that my car's in perfect condition, this is the benchmark.
This is the benchmark, yeah.
Is
And
this a
that
local
doesn't
car?
happen. That never happens.
California.
Yeah. Normally, everyone always says, "Oh, my car is so good. It's perfect. Everything's perfect." Then you go
Did you
look
guys
and you're like,
pick it up, or did you have it shipped in?
I got
You had it
shipped.
shipped. If you'd have been here on time, you'd have heard that story.
Yeah, Keith is absolutely right.
Yeah, exactly. People
Exactly.
I like this one. People are
I
telling me,
can't
man.
wait for the Corvette stuff to blow
it's
up
gonna
because
tank so
that's gonna
Oh
it's
man,
gonna blow up and it's gonna
So bad.
it's gonna be
They're
awesome.
gonna
It's gonna
make
go down.
$50,000 cars next year.
It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah. Are we finding the cars mostly word of mouth or online? We're not.
Both.
So most of the cars are people coming to us. Oh, he's got the
Somebody's
alert.
getting an emergency alert.
We bought the Murcielago from Mannheim.
That was I think it's the only one we've bought from that we sought out. Everything else. Oh, Chris Corsmo sent the picture of the car.
Ooh, nice.
Chris, let's make a deal. You got me excited.
Oh, god damn. Yeah.
We're wheeling and dealing.
Ooh.
Oh, that
Oh yeah,
good.
I like the wheels.
I
Oh,
know.
shit. Let's
It's got
do
the
it. Let's do
P10
it.
It's got the 101s, right?
Yeah.
Damn,
Ooh.
that thing is nice.
By the way, I love your garage with the floors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's sick. Damn.
All right,
You
Chris,
need
let's chat, my friend.
You need that car.
I'm not a dick, so I'll take care of the car. Don't worry.
Just
Hey,
the way
Dan,
you said it, you know?
my Cali was in great shape too.
Oh yeah.
So
No, your
I take
Cali.
care of my shit.
Only thing that your Cali needed was like cleaning. That's it.
And the
Yeah.
And the PPF on the hood was terrible.
Oh, the PPF was bad. Yeah, whoever did the PPF was terrible.
and
Yeah,
and
he's-
that piece
he
of leather
sucked.
on the dash. What was it?
The Binnacle.
The Binnacle.
That was a cheap. That's a cheap fix though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that only
So
cost
it's-
us like
it wasn't perfect.
$100.
Well, I didn't see it because the guy sharpied it at the dealership. So
That's what we're talking about. Shiesty fucking dealers.
Right. That's
Yeah.
the
and
stuff.
that was a Ferrari dealership, and it was certified
Fuck.
pre-owned.
That's the exact kind of crap what we want to avoid. Because here's the thing: if we had your Cali and the binnacle was stretched and we weren't going to fix it, we would just show that and be like, "Hey,
Yep.
here's the binnacle. It's not right. You're going to have to fix that." Like, because people still want the cars, even if they know that people get it. If you have a 12-year-old Ferrari, it's probably
It's not going to
gonna
be
need
perfect.
right. It's going to need something, almost guaranteed.
This Oki in GA says he wants to swap his FF for a GTC4 Lusso. Yeah, when I'm ready, will you bird dog a Lusso? And yes, we will, but you're gonna have to pay for the car up front because we can't front
Yeah.
the money for it.
We can't. That's one of the things people keep asking us to find cars for them. We can't go buy a car for someone on the promise that they're going to buy it from us. Because then if they back out, we're now
We'll
holding
stick
this
with the
car.
yeah.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
can't
the
do that.
GT4 is going for like
Hypothetical
230,
situation.
240.
Hypothetical situation here, just round figures. Say that FF is worth. It's worth a lot more than $100,000. But say it's worth $100,000. The GT4 Lusso is
They're like
$200,000, and you found one for $200,000. Could they walk into your dealership, give you a check for $100,000 and their Lusso GT4, or I'm sorry, FF, and then you go buy the GT4? That way you
If
Yeah,
the
but-
FF, if the FF is in the
Is
money, like
in the
if
money.
we think we can make money
Profitable.
on it, then yeah,
yes,
definitely.
okay.
Because you got to remember, we have to front that $100,000 gap to buy that
Yes.
car.
Well, but yeah, so instead of buying,
So, but I would say it's more of we will buy a car for someone if we can make money on the car, whether or not they're going to buy the car.
yes,
That's when we're like, oh sure. Like if someone says, hey, go find me a GTC4 Lusso, cool, and we find one that we're like, oh, this one's actually below market value, and we could sell it to someone else, whether or not you buy it from
Yep.
us. Now we're going to buy that car.
Yeah.
But like,
so this
if
guy comes and says, I want, a specific color with a specific seat, and this is the car I want. Well, bring me the money, right?
right,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
we do have we have a list. We have a dated a spreadsheet of people wanting cars, and some of them are extremely specific, and we basically tell them like, hey, we'll look for it, but we're not gonna find it. Like it's
So
not
what
gonna
happens? I'm curious. If you go to Ferrari and you order a new car that's completely custom, special color, special options, or whatever, how much do you have to give them up front for them to order that car?
Oh, it's like $50,000 or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not actually
So-
that much. It's a decent amount, but it's not crazy because
And if they don't take the car, they lose that money. I'm assuming.
right, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah.
So then Ferrari doesn't give a crap. Then they have
Yeah.
a car to sell, and they're going to sell it in 2 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he said, Lotus is like, so you buy Lotus so high. I've always done that.
Isn't Lotus the guy that put us in touch with through
Yep.
Movie, yes.
Tehuvi? Yeah. Thanks for doing that, man. That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. No, and it's like, we're not talking about like crazy amounts of money in the gap, right? Like, again, we're not trying to make like we're not trying to find a $150,000 car that's $100,000 so we can make $50,000. Like that granted, we would be like, oh my God, if that happened.
I was gonna say, if you don't want to do it, just let me know. I'll go do it.
Right. But, like, but that's not the reality, right? Like that's
I'm
not
making too much money here, Van. Here, go make some money.
yeah, right. Yeah. Like it'd be great, sure. If we could make $50,000 a car, oh my God, like this, what oh my god, but it's not going to
We
happen.
can sell 10 a month, and we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I'm retiring next year. Oh, hey, thanks. Glad you enjoyed the videos.
Yeah.
Oops. Hold on. Here we go. What was this one? What happened with NGS and Hoovy? Hoovy showed up. It was
Yeah,
cool.
he chatted with us for like 10, 15 minutes,
Oh,
something like that.
homeboy Hoovy.
And he gave Dan a shout out in his last video too.
That was unexpected and cool.
Yeah,
that was really
pretty
nice
cool.
of him. Yeah. Thanks, Hoovy. If you happen to see this, thank you. That was cool.
Watch him pop it again.
Is there attention paid to how complete the car is? Manuals, covers, etc.
Of course.
I mean, that's factored into the value of the car.
Yep.
You know, like obviously cars that have a history and all that stuff tend to command a little bit more money, but it also depends on the car itself.
Our car today has both keys with it, so that'll
Which is
command a premium.
Unusual.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have both my keys.
Dude, so often
Ooh,
they don't
look
have
at you, Mr. Moneybags over here with
Yeah,
I
this
have
look
both
at
my
this
keys.
guy.
All my cars. I'm careful with my keys.
Yeah, exactly. If you can make 50 grand on a car, everyone would be selling cars. Exactly. You
Yep.
know, if it was
until
it's so-
you lose 50 grand on a car, and then you're
Right.
like, oh.
yeah, and that's the part that I don't think people are factoring in. It's like we're taking huge dollar amount risks every single car, because if the car comes in and it breaks, or if it's not what we thought it was, or if the market conditions change, any of those things, we're going to probably lose money on that car.
I've bought and sold thousands of cars, and we will lose money on cars at some point. It's going to happen. It's inevitable.
Yep.
You know, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to be, buy them and buy
I mean,
them right.
we were very close to taking a loss on the Super G.
Yep. That was scary.
It was we barely made anything on that Superleggera. I mean, barely. And if you factored in like the amount of work and whatever went into it, we probably could say it lost money. You know. So it's just that's just how it is. It's just
Someone said, "Do we have any Porsches lined up? Hopefully soon we'll find one. We're looking."
Yeah, we've been looking for. In fact, we actually not only want to get some Porsches, we've been looking at like some like 718s and Caymans and stuff.
Those are Porsches.
I know. I'm aware.
I think most people associate with like 911s.
Yes.
So
Thanks, Ben. Dick. Hey Dan, have you met the Car Wizard? I like his channel too. He did a 550 fuel pump replacement and saved his customer a lot of money. He seems like a decent guy. I have not met him in person. We've chatted before, but he does seem like a cool guy. I'm sure I'd probably get along with him great. He seems like he was really nice. Yeah. Oh.
Luxury.
Any interest in luxury vehicles?
Depends. Depends what it is.
yeah,
Like if somebody came to us with a sweet AMG car or something, we'd probably be like, maybe,
But like, I don't want to do like a Bentley and stuff. I just feel like there's such a high risk. And the problem is,
If the price is right.
I'd love to cruise in a Bentley and see if it's really as quiet inside as everybody says it is.
the problem is that those cars are hard to sell. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like who's
Yep.
gonna buy it?
Well, also, I'm saying your following of your YouTube channel is a lot of car enthusiasts. Car enthusiasts don't like luxury cars that are hard to work on. Bentleys.
Right.
I despise Bentley. It's just,
Yeah.
as far as like working on them, it's impossible.
Yeah, and they're expensive.
Yep.
No, I totally. I'll put it this way: there's so many other cars we'd rather get than luxury
Yeah.
cars. Like there's, we haven't even the possibilities of doing like even American cars. We haven't even talked about like could we do like some American sports cars or American muscle cars or whatever. There's a lot of
Jocko says we should get a roller.
a roller.
I'm not opposed. We could roll around in that.
Yeah, right. Man, yeah, it's interesting. What we need is a 1990 Turbo R.
Two people at exactly
actually
the
driven
same
one of those.
time said Viper.
Yeah, no, I
That's
want
funny.
a Viper.
Exactly.
I want a Viper on our channel at some point Because I
I
feel
think
like
they're I think they're overpriced.
that's the
I
problem.
really
Finding-
do.
They've
finding
shot up
one,
like crazy.
They're just ridiculous.
Yeah.
yeah, finding one at a good price is the challenge, and
So
finding one that's not a complete turd is a challenge.
Speaking of American sports cars, I bought this today.
Oh, you did buy
Is that
it.
a, is that a
Yes.
Pontiac?
It's a it's a shitty old Pontiac with 19,000 miles, like Daytona Sunset Orange Metallic, last year car, manual.
Sweet.
Love it.
And it's a Pontiac. So
It's a head cam, intake, exhaust, everything car. It's
so
awesome.
stupid.
You gotta drive it, Adam. You know, let's review it on the channel next week.
Okay, I'll do it, dude. I've
There you
driven
go.
those cars.
I'll
Dude, back in
drive
the
it.
day-
I'm gonna hate it.
My
And I'm
buddy
gonna
had
be mean, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, Dan's a muscle car guy. I think
What do you like about
it's a
Ben?
fun car.
What do you like about it?
What's up?
Like, what do you like about it?
That was the car when I was
Loud and proud.
17, when I was 17,
That was
18,
the car?
that was the car. Like, holy shit. When I grow up and go to college, I'm going to buy that car and drive it every day. Never did, right?
Oh, is it a WS6?
Yes, it's a WS.
Yeah.
I will say the color is awesome. I do like the color.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll drive it anytime. Just give me
Yeah.
that.
I'll
And
drive
it has
it too.
fixie wheels on it too, FM5s. It's so perfect.
All right, I'm gonna go back to this. Whoops. Here it is. Would you buy a Maserati Gran Turismo Sport?
For the right price.
Yeah,
That's Josh's answer to everything.
that's a harder.
I mean-
that's a harder car. It's a tough one. Like that's
I mean,
the
Josh
problem.
has the car dealer mindset. Buy everything at the right price.
Buy everything, but yeah, it's got to make sense.
$300 done.
But it's
Yeah.
the problem is that people don't think about is like for us, how fast can we sell that car? Right. So like a Maserati Gran Turismo Sport, how long is that car going to sit with us? If it sits for 2-3 months, I don't want it. Like I would have
Well,
to get
the
it
thing is it's not going to sit for long if the price is low. You know,
Yeah,
if we,
so
right.
if we buy it right and
20
price it
under,
low, it'll
sell
sell
it for
quick.
10 under, it'll sell.
Yeah,
true,
exactly.
true. That's the catch. The problem is like
Well,
the
we
chance
can't
of
buy them
us-
for cheap, so
right. The chance of us finding a car like that's severely underpriced that we can sell it cheap is almost impossible. So like, no, it's unlikely, very unlikely. By the way, thank you, JS360.
Yeah. I saw that come through. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple people ask about the investors. We have secured what we need for now.
yes.
No
So
numbers.
Great
No,
success.
that's-
great
Like-
success.
like we're transparent, but you don't need to see that stuff. That's not relevant to our transparency.
I buy Clock Radio. He cannot afford Clock Radio.
Oh, would
Mitch,
you own a Maserati
No.
GS? No. That was
I'm
pretty-
gonna go and I'll go ahead and say it. I think Maseratis are ugly.
I think
The
they're pretty.
GT's not ugly. The GT's not ugly.
Some of them are
They're
really
ugly.
pretty.
Some of them are.
I mean,
some of the newer ones have those Dodge interiors, and they're just terrible.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
Chrysler
straight out of
radios.
Chrysler
radio. Oh my
and shit.
God,
They're just
yeah.
absolutely terrible.
I mean, when Richard had his GTMC, and you're like this car was $200,000 new, and you look at the interior and like, this is only like,
Who bought this? Yeah.
yeah, you're like, how the hell did this get sold as is 3-4 years ago? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, I had a
Charlie
tw-
18. Sorry,
What?
go ahead.
no. I had a 2013 Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited, and it had the same radio head unit
Yep.
as my California.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
The
really?
same
Yeah.
exact one. It's obnoxious.
yeah. So, what about an older Aston? No.
These
Definitely.
guys don't like them, but I do.
No,
No,
I do
They're
like
money
Astons.
pits.
No, I love Astons.
No.
Richards, if I had
Yeah,
the
but-
money to
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
a daily driver like that, I would buy Richard's car in a second.
Yeah.
AMGs.
Are
AMGs.
AMG cars too low market for you? No, we would
No.
absolutely not.
We
I
were
would love
we
it.
were talking about me buying an AMG GTS, but
Yeah, I would absolutely get an AMG GT. That would be great.
but I'd rather have the Ferrari, to be honest with you.
I don't
Yeah.
even think that M cars are to
Yeah. So
road
here's the
market.
problem. You got to consider a few things. Let's just do some round number math real quick, and it'll make sense like when you put it this way. So let's say we buy a lower priced car for $50,000, and our target is 10%, and we make 10%. So we made $5,000. Then let's say we take and we go buy a $150,000 car, and we make 10%. So we made $15,000. Both cars took about the same amount of work to buy and sell and all that stuff. And they both theoretically sell for the same amount of time. So they both sell, let's say, in a month. Which car are we going to want to sell more of? The one that makes us 15 grand, the one that makes us 5 grand, right? So, yeah.
My thinking behind that is there's the audience for a $50,000 car is much larger than the audience.
It is. But we have, I mean, it sounds a little bit facetious, but we have my channel, and the viewers of this channel are highly oriented towards buying these cars that are in that price point of 150. Like, people watching this channel want to buy a Ferrari 360, a 458, a 430, the cars that we're talking about, right?
I thought Adam was beating the keyboard up.
Adam's blowing his keyboard.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a high.
Dude, there's like the amount of hair that's on this thing. I don't know if you
really.
Can
this
see
is.
Have you seen your mouth?
Doing? This is what you're doing while we're doing this.
All right. Do you ever look at your upper lip and say, I wonder where this hair comes from?
No, because I know where it came from. It came from your mom.
Oh, well, shit.
That's gross.
The guy who bought my 458 sent me this picture of a Maserati. That's actually, that's a beautiful car.
Pretty sweet.
It does look okay. Yeah.
That is beautiful.
I still wouldn't want to own it though.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to own it, but that's a beautiful car.
I'm sorry. I mean, if it's your cup of tea, then I'm not knocking you for it. I just personally don't think that Maseratis are good-looking cars.
Adam,
and many of you don't like that I have orange wheels and orange mirrors on my Porsche.
And orange
that's
wallpaper
fine too.
Charlie 18 says E63 wagon.
I love the E63.
I would take
gonna,
one of those
we were
all
gonna
day
buy
long.
an
All day E63 AMG.
Honestly, I'd rather have an RS6 Avant, but
no, I'd rather have the E63.
The problem here's the problem.
So much hair on my keyboard.
They're so expensive right now. The E63s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would put him at the bottom of the queue, but he's already at the bottom.
He made a comment about my mom. The sad thing is my dad has a dirty mustache like him, so he's probably got a chance.
Oh my god. What do you think about G-Wagons? I hate them.
Yeah.
And the people that drive them.
Waste of space. Huh?
No, there's people
Sorry,
that,
I gotta say that.
there's people that spend $250,000 on them these days.
Yeah.
The Barabbas
so
ones
don't
really
get it.
changed.
It looks horrible. It's designed in like 1972 or something like that. It's a piece of crap.
I think
How
you're
about
paying
that?
cool factor, and that's about it. With that.
Yeah.
I don't
The
even
They're
think
not
it's
even cool though.
How is it cool?
They're
It's a
not
box.
cool.
It's like
Okay,
driving
he bought a Pontiac, so what he thinks is cool and what's actually cool are two completely different things.
Okay.
Yeah, just stop while you're ahead, Mr. Pontiac.
Yeah, here you go. G-Wagons are gross. Overpriced toaster. Sums up
I mean, they were
perfectly.
designed as military vehicles.
Yeah, they're
for the
military
German
vehicles.
army, and they've never changed the base, idea.
But that's
of
what
it.
I'm saying. It's cool in the same way a Hummer Alpha is cool, like that.
Which is not.
Super high-end.
They're not at all.
Or a Pontiac Trans Am.
You can't buy a Hummer Alpha unless
WS6,
you're
okay?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, you cannot have an Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Not enough
I hate them.
SL65 content.
They're
SL65
just-
is a cool car.
They're so
Yeah.
ugly. I hate all
We
SUVs.
should do an
and-
SL Black Series. Yeah.
SLS are pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay. Yeah.
I want
They
to buy
I have
a,
an SL55 that I'm working on.
Oh yeah.
Get that
Badass.
running again. Yeah.
I want to buy a Macan and drive it around just to annoy Dan.
It's a Volkswagen Tiguan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, either buy a car or buy a truck. I hate SUVs. It's just.
They're
I'm feeling
convenient.
Dan, what do you feel about the Ferrari SUV?
Like it's
Puro sangue.
I hope that every one of his neighbors at the new house buy one of those and park them outside so that he has to look at them.
And
Oh.
his neighborhood's gonna have a bunch of Escalades and Denali's and shit like
They-
that.
Well,
Dude,
I'm hoping they have the Ferrari
Expeditions.
SUV.
so actually hilariously, after we closed, we drove by the house just to like see it, because we haven't seen it in a couple weeks. And yeah, there was a lot of SUV, like
Really?
Cadillac Escalades and Tahoes and shit, like
I'm
the whole
surprised
neighborhood.
because
Mall
the
crawlers.
schools there are really good. So I'd assume it'd be a bunch of Honda Accords and Toyota Siennas. So
No,
'cause, proud people.
no,
They
it's-
like
it's
Honda
like-
Odysseys, I think, the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah,
oh, the Honda Odyssey. Oh yeah,
yeah, they're all over. Yeah.
that is definitely no. I think Ferrari, in my opinion, sold out. And
Good.
lost-
I'm so glad they did. I am so
I mean,
glad
they've
that
all
they're
done
making
it.
the
Ferrari's done it.
SUV.
Lamborghini's done it. Everyone's done it.
And you know what? I felt like Ferrari had an opportunity to be like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
so
see, everybody
glad
made
they
fun of
did.
Porsche when they released the Cayenne. way
That's one of their
back
best-selling platforms.
then. Yeah,
It-
they've
no,
sold
they-
so many of them.
That actually saved the company.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
sell,
they
they sell more SUVs than they do cars.
Well,
Absolutely.
honestly, the Macan is a piece of shit. Let's be honest here.
The
No,
Macan-
it's-
The Cayenne.
They're all right.
Fuck Adam with the fucking thing.
God damn it, Adam.
Fuck.
Holy shit, I'm fucking deaf.
I know. What was that,
Scared the
Adam?
shit out of
Third
me.
time.
God. What is going on? He's
The
sad.
Cayenne is actually like a really robust car that they actually make. The Macan is like just like an afterthought car.
Well, the Macan is the Q5 equivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
that's
Q5.
exactly what it
It's
is.
the same.
There's people that don't want a larger SUV, right? So
Yeah.
No,
I
of
guess
course.
the-
But
the
I'm
question-
saying
They already have the chassis. They're
Cayenne's
going to use
legit.
it. So
The question is, what would have been the risk to Ferrari if they had not done the Pro Sangre?
None. There
I
would have
don't
been
know.
no risk.
That's what I would think. But
no, it's a
clearly
cash
they-
cow. It's a cash
clearly
cow.
they
That's all it
disagree,
is.
you know?
You're on
They're
mute.
gonna sell it like crazy, and they're gonna make a shit ton of money off of it. And that's all they care about right now.
Now,
Ideally,
Yeah, you can hear
it'll
you.
help them pump
Oh,
out
here's,
some
a,
better stuff.
here's an interesting one. How is NGS channel content going to change now that you are in the car business? Still going to be working on your personal car, which is, well, no, I won't be working on my personal car because I'm not going to own a personal car, period. I'm not. Like all of the financial resources I personally have are going towards my business now. So, but will we still work on cars? Yes, we are going to work on cars. We're going to.
admittedly, it may be fewer and far between, but we are going.
No, I don't think it will be. I think we'll always have cars that we're cleaning up.
Well,
and
it'll be
working
cool
on.
because we're gonna have all sorts of different cars that people are interested in. And
Right.
It's gonna be easier to get content on them because we're gonna buy them and have them. And, yeah.
I'm gonna
Right.
reboot my computer because I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Shocker.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you'll be able to flip them and get a new one.
It's
And,
that hairy keyboard.
yeah.
He's
showing
mustache
it.
riding his keyboard. You wonder
I
why
mean,
his
keep
computer
your
doesn't work.
keep your cell phone away from the microphone and speakers. That also is a problem. But yeah, no, I mean, I think we're still going to work on cars. But here's the weird thing about the DIY videos is they actually perform terribly. Like they get very low views unless something crazy happens, like the oil spills everywhere, which generally doesn't happen. Just that first time. So people are always like, oh, I want DIY content, but most people don't. That's not the majority of the people watching this channel. But at the same time, that's not to say I don't want to continue doing that. I do. I genuinely do want to continue doing DIY content. It's just I'm looking at it from a different perspective, which is I don't look at the DIY content as helping necessarily my business. What are you laughing at?
Lotus
that
is
last comment. That last comment's funny.
Need some gold chains.
it's pretty
Oh.
epic.
Yes.
If you
What
didn't
is
know
that
Adam and you
character?
saw him driving in a Maserati with gold chains around his neck, it would make sense totally.
What? No, but geez, like that would.
If
That's
you
the
didn't
most,
know him,
I mean, I kind of want to buy some now just to throw them on him and see how it looks. And
Yes. I'm down with this.
it
What
would
is
be
the
good.
name of that cartoon character that looks like Adam? Hairy chest guy wears like a freaking stupid
Hans
t-shirt all
and
the time.
Franz? I don't know.
No, it's from a cartoon. I can't think of it. It's him. Damn it.
I don't know.
I'll find it.
Like,
I'll find.
like
I'll
an
find it.
Albanian mobster.
I'll find it.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, he needs a silk shirt that's open way down here. It's like a
Yeah.
belly button.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We just all came for DIY mega reviews, going to car shows, thoughts, etc. We don't want to be clickbait. New car every 3 days. Well, I guess you're gonna be disappointed. Sorry.
Oh
Like-
no.
Like no, because that's a blow to shit. Because we're still doing DIY. We're still doing reviews. We're still I'm not going to film car shows. No, that's done
The
because
car
no one
show's
wants
done,
it.
yeah.
That's completely out of the question. We're never
And plus,
filming
after
car-
COVID, like very few
yeah.
real
Yeah.
people are going to car shows anymore. Like not
Well,
because of COVID,
how
it's
is
just people have
how is
realized
buying-
there's
wait,
other
but
things to do.
that's a stupid comment. How is it clickbait to buy a new car every few days?
Oh,
how
but
is that
that's
clickbait?
every other YouTuber is doing that though. That's probably
Yeah.
what this comment.
Like, we
I
can-
get it, but
We
I
have
get
this like unrealistic expectation of things that people put on our channel because we're not the like clickbait channel, right? Like that's not our MO. Whatever, whoever, like I don't whatever. I'm not pointing fingers. I don't care. Like that's their business model. That's not mine. You know?
We do need to get
I missed the Loper.
We do need to get Loper on here one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a busy guy. It's like,
Working,
you know,
it's making money.
yeah,
Let's book him 3 months out.
yeah, right. I've been trying to get him to come on like the tour for years, but I don't know.
He who shall not be named. That first year, that's what we called it. The whole
Oh
tour.
yeah.
Loper, you're dead to us.
Yeah. No, it's like here's the thing. No matter what we do on this channel, someone's going to get butthurt, and
We
someone's
even have a
gonna get
T-shirt that says that.
Oh, but no matter what anybody does, someone's gonna get butthurt.
right.
There's no
It doesn't matter. We could do all DIY content, and someone's gonna be like, "Oh, why aren't you doing something else?" We could do. It doesn't like. No matter what we do, someone is going to be upset and think you're doing the wrong thing. And my position on it my position of the channel has changed dramatically over the last few years to now I view it in a different light. I don't view the channel as the end game. The channel is not my primary focus. And I'm sorry that you guys have to hear that, but it's true. Because we made more money in 1 week selling cars than I do in YouTube all year. So, and people are like, you're a sellout. You're a sellout. You're selling cars now. You're a sellout.
So
I'm
what?
trying to make a living. I'm trying to legitimately like take care of my family. How is that any different? Like, do you guys do your job for money or do you do it because you're a sellout?
I
I
do
don't
it
care
just
about
for
money. I
fun.
love helping people with
Yeah.
their bank accounts.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So it just, anyway, we get put in a weird position and people put a lot of pressure on us and they make a lot of expectations and they, believe me, every time we do anything different, someone's like, I'm unsubscribing. And I'm like, bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Felicia.
No need to announce it.
Right. Like, okay, sorry. Like, sorry that you got butthurt over, I don't know what, but good riddance. Like, I can't make
This-
everyone happy.
I found
We're
it.
not going to
This
turn
is
into
Adam,
DD.
but without hair. Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That's funny.
Hold on, let me just do like this so you don't see the hairline.
There you go.
Yes. Yes. Billy.
That's Adam.
Goddamn. A lot of comments came in. Billy nailed it on. That is exactly it. The YouTube channel can be a vehicle to drive potential customers to dealership, and that's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. Exactly. We want to produce real content. That's why we don't do a lot of clickbait. I mean, I hate clickbait. I know you
If
guys.
y'all want to see clickbait, we can do clickbait. Like if you
Yeah,
think what
I
we're
tried
doing
it.
now is clickbait,
I hired someone to help me do clickbait because I can't do I don't think that way. I hired someone and people bitched and I didn't like
you
it.
fired
So-
him.
Well, here's
but
the thing.
but it grew my channel like an MFer. Like we grew so fast doing clickbait. It really truly works. So
Well, here's the thing. How many header DIYs can you do? How many exhaust DIYs can you do? How many
Zero.
clutch replacement DIYs? There's only so many things you can do over and over again.
perfect
Yes,
example.
maybe when you get a
458.
911, you'll do something on 911, but that's different.
Perfect example is the 458. People kept saying we want DIY. We did a lot of DIY in it, and people got bored of it. We had to
Yeah.
sell that car to get the channel to get past the hurdle. Like, I would have, believe me, I would have much if I could rewind it and have it where in some different world, dimension or whatever, that everyone loves the 458 content so much that my channel got to be 1 million subscribers and I made tons of money doing that. And that's what I did is DIY content in the 458. Fuck yeah, I'd rather do that. That's a lot less work. It's so much easier. But instead, that didn't work, and I had to sell it. I had to sell my dream car and put everything I've got into something else because that wasn't going to make the bills. It wasn't going to pay for the house. It wasn't going to pay for my kid to grow up. Like, that's a reality. This is all a very real show. This is all a very real thing. That's the reality. At some point, I have to pay my bills.
Rachel brought up a great point. Just clickbait Adam's boobs. Sit with some booby tassels.
Yes.
Just get like Ferrari one, like Ferrari stickers.
Can
There
you
you
get
go.
them to both
We've
go the
tried-
same direction or opposite directions?
So we've tried showing like buying cars and stuff, and the problem was people didn't really. It's not super exciting. It's kind of a little bit boring because we tried it. I'd like to do it because I think it is interesting, but it's just.
To do what? What was that last part?
I like this. I started watching the channel when Dan farted and Stu was working on his car.
That was a good video.
Man.
Not many people remember the exact video that they subscribed to the channel.
Like, oh, but that time that Dan farted and Stu was the time where Stu hurt himself. Yeah, that was the good video. I mean, look, everyone gets nostalgic about like the old days about a lot of things, but everything evolves. Like what is it? The
Only constant is change.
Right. The only constant is change. Exactly. And we've had to evolve too. We've had, I clearly, unfortunately, have come to the realization, look, I am not the type of personality that's going to get 1 million subscribers. I'm not Stradman. I'm not DDE. I'm not running around getting cops to pull me over. I'm not blowing up cars. I'm not as humorous as Hoovy. I don't have a personality that is appealing to the masses in the same way. And I'm fine with that. But that means I've had to accept that that's not my strategy. That's not how I can do this channel.
100,000 subs would be sweet, though.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! If we could get
That's
I dream of the day we've hit 100,000. I've been dreaming of that forever. I want that stupid plaque on my wall.
Right?
Does YouTube do that for 100,000?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then you get a gold one at 1 million.
I'm not even kidding. I will probably shed a tear and cry the day I get that because I've worked so fucking hard to get there. Seriously, but it's. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
When you hit 100,000 subscribers, can we have Adam's boobs as the YouTube thumbnail?
I think we need to commit to that right now.
We need to commit to that. Can we commit to that?
Yeah.
I am flattered that you guys are infatuated with my man moves. I am a little
how did this become a thing?
concerned about how it automatically
Rachel's
became a
fault.
thing.
We should
Rachel.
go and buy
Dude,
Adam.
Rachel.
You should do an Amazon cart thing so we could go buy you a nice like push-up bra.
Oh God.
Jeez.
What I need to get is one of those coconut bras for like when we're out
Yes.
on the boat.
That's right.
Dude, in the grass skirt, if you're gonna do that, then you have to. Like, I'm not trying to chastise people. I'm just trying to there's a lot of realities, and this is admittedly, this is the same general group of people watching every Thursday, right? Like it's always approximately 100-ish people viewing at the same time. So I know, probably 75% of you are here every week, so you know what's going on, and it's these are just the realities of the situation we're in. We have a very public job. My life is extremely public. It's very unusual, and I'm an introvert, so it's very awkward for me. And to have people interjecting themselves into your daily life, imagine take a step back for a second. Imagine that every single day you go to work and you have 150 people criticize your work, not just your work, but also you as an individual, and even stupid things like your looks every day.
Like how you're bald.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I
Did you
got.
say how your balls look?
Exactly what he said.
I mean, if you're in the
That's what I
porn
thought.
industry, that's a problem. But for us, it's not really a problem.
I know Rachel is a little infatuated with my boobs. I'm starting to think she's got a crush on me.
That,
Just like boobs,
Oh,
man.
man.
Who doesn't, right?
yeah, I'm getting teed up for so much shit, but I got to keep it PG-13. Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Wait, this is you
God
keeping
almighty.
it PG-13?
I'm trying, dude. Like, I'm like,
Why are we
Pinching
keeping
myself.
PG-13 again?
We're not.
because
we
I
don't
guess
wanna
we got to
get
save that content
demonetized.
for the
Pietro,
members only
Pietro
stuff.
needs a Xanax.
Fuck, man. I'm getting teed up with all this
Fuck, man.
shit, and I can't say anything.
Like that transfer.
I love it.
Oh,
I
man.
love it. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's a weird, like, YouTube's weird. It's a fickle bitch. It's hard to work with. You don't know how, like, we joke, we talk about videos. We're like, oh, this video's gonna do great, and it does terrible. And we're like, this video's gonna do terrible, and it does great. And we're like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just,
Yep.
I didn't think that my yard video would be number 1 or even top 5, but I certainly didn't think it'd be
Oh.
number 10.
oh, I knew it was gonna be, I knew it was gonna bomb. As soon as we, that's why you're like, oh, it's gonna be a great clickbait. I'm like, no. Like,
I guess I was over optimistic about it.
If you did it naked or with his underwear on, you would have had a shot.
Yeah, it's you've done it when you've done it enough. Like when you see, I mean, I've been doing this for 5+ years now, almost 6 years. Like you've seen enough videos, like, oh yeah, like it's funny because you're filming the video and you're like, yeah, this video's gonna do terrible. And you're like, but you gotta like, okay, I still gotta film it because if I, and here's the worst part. There are videos that I know I don't even want to release. I'm like, this video is going to suck. But if I don't put out enough videos a week, my channel just gets its ass kicked. And it takes months to recover. I'm not even kidding.
You have to that consistency. Yeah.
If I don't keep pumping out videos 3-4 times a week, my channel just falls flat on its face. And it takes
John brought up a
channel,
good point.
comrade.
What if you do like a Manscaped sponsorship? We can go so many different directions with Adam and Manscaped. Are you kidding me? It's like made to
All right,
be.
so I'm not kidding. We get literally like probably 50 or 60 emails a week of like, pedal our crap for us, pedal this, pedal that. Not once have we had a ball raiser come through, and I can guarantee you,
Dude, do
I would not
Manscaped.
immediately delete that email if that email came
If
Yeah.
you did Manscaped and you just did like, even if you just took like the edges of your mustache off and then pretending like you were doing your dirty pubes, you'd be good to go.
If anybody from whatever company this is watching, email us. Sales at Normal Guy Supercar. I promise I won't immediately delete your email.
I'm pretty sure Rob Ferretti's gotten some kind of sponsors for that kind of stuff. He's gotten stuff for boner pills. He's gotten stuff for hair loss. He's gotten all kinds of things
Hey.
sponsoring his videos.
Look, we have to pay the bills. That's how I would say it. Pietro, you're muted. You're muted, Pietro.
Pietro, we can't hear you.
You're muted.
It's probably better that we can't hear him.
Yeah.
But he looked like he was angry. He was all like,
What's going on and on there?
He was going.
Still can't hear you.
"Oh, man."
No.
Maybe on the screen.
Oh man. I should like next time he's not muted, I should just like we should all say he's muted.
Yeah.
I think we can hear you now. Pietro, say something. I think he's just mouthing, dude. I think he's just
I know, right?
Yeah, we think we're playing him and he's playing us.
Right? Oh man. All right, it's been an hour and a half. I'm gonna close it down, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, it's too
Thank
good.
you so much for joining us. Sorry for like the realness about it sometimes, but hey,
I
this
think
is
that's what the people want.
it's part of the, like it's interesting because we see the same names almost every week. We know you guys now. It's weird. Like you can start to learn
We
personality.
recognize people like
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl, Lotus,
Brent,
Mousetrap.
Charlie.
Yeah, it's funny because you see the same people over and over, and so you kind of like you get their
Brent
jokes
was
and
another
everything.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Rachel hitting on me.
Well,
quit
you
drinking.
wanted her pie, let's be honest, and then now she's hitting on you. So
Oh,
I quit
clarify,
drinking.
clarify. Yeah, what type of pie that was?
Oh, we're gonna get a Porsche for sure.
Oh yeah, no, we've been looking. We're actively looking for Porsches. So in fact, if you guys know anyone who wants to sell us a Porsche at a reasonable price that we can then make a profit on, we'll buy it. Like we could buy it next week. Are you back? Hi, Pietro.
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
you're back. You're back.
It worked.
Oh
So
my
what
god,
were
I
you-
had
what
so
were-
much shit to
What were
say.
you babbling about?
We thought you were like,
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll give you exactly 30 seconds, and then I'm going straight to the end credits. Okay? Ready?
Well,
Go.
Fuck, 30
Go.
seconds. You put it- all
30
right.
seconds. Start talking. Go.
Wait, are we talking? Okay, sponsorships. We need to